So, the key is time is precious. Now let me give you Bill Bailey's description of time. Life is not just the passing of time. Life is a collection of experiences, their frequency, and their intensity. Life is not just watching the clock tick away. Life is a collection of experiences, their intensity, their frequency. Whatever the span of your life turns out to be, here's what you want to fill it up with, a description of time and the intensity. Life is not just the passing of time. But now let's talk about the management of time. Life is a collection of experiences. When should you start the day? As soon as you have frequency finished. Plan the day the best you can. Intensity, leaving plenty of room for improvising and surprises and all the stuff that happens during the course of the day. Life is a collection of experiences. But if you've planned a good, productive day, their intensity, now you start that day. You can't whatever the span of your life turns out to be. Here's what you want to Bill Bailey's description of time. Now here's the next one. Don't start. Life is not just the passing of time. But now let's talk about the management of time. Life is a collection of experiences. When should you start the day? As soon as you have frequency finished. Plan the day the best you can. Intensity, leaving plenty of room for improvising and surprises and all the stuff that happens during the course of the day. Life is a collection of experiences. But if you've planned a good, productive day, their intensity, now you start that day. You can't whatever the span of your life turns out to be. Here's what you want to Bill Bailey's description of time. Now here's the next one. Don't start. Life is not just the passing of time. But now let's talk about the management of time. Life is a collection of experiences. When should you start the day? As soon as you have frequency finished. Plan the day the best you can. Intensity, leaving plenty of room for improvising and surprises and all the stuff that happens during the course of the day. Life is a collection of experiences. But if you've planned a good, productive day, their intensity, now you start that day. You can't whatever the span of your life turns out to be. Here's what you want to Bill Bailey's description of time. Now here's the next one. Don't start. Life is not just the passing of time. But now let's talk about the management of time. Life is a collection of experiences. When should you start the day? As soon as you have frequency finished. Plan the day the best you can. Intensity, leaving plenty of room for improvising and surprises and all the stuff that happens during the course of the day. Life is a collection of experiences. But if you've planned a good, productive day, their intensity, now you start that day. You can't whatever the span of your life turns out to be. Here's let me give you Bill Bailey's description of time. Now here's the next. Don't start. Life is not just the passing of time. But now let's talk about the management of time. Life is a collection. When should you start the day? As soon as you have frequency finished. Plan the day the best you can. Intensity, leaving plenty of room for improvising and surprises and all.
Mornings.
Mornings, everyone. Good morning, Mr. Wisdom. I believe you can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, confirm you can hear me. All right. Mornings. Please, those on YouTube, can you confirm if you can hear me? If you can hear me from YouTube, please type 1. Let's be sure of that. Those on YouTube, can you confirm that you can hear me? those of us on YouTube, please kindly confirm. Findings, everyone. All right, beautiful, beautiful. Welcome now. Anthony, please mute your mic. Anthony, please mute your mic. Anthony, please. Good afternoon, everyone. So without much delay, we are starting the session right away. We are already behind time, about six 6 minutes past the time. So please, if you can hear me from YouTube, kindly type 2. If you can hear me from YouTube, type 2. Then if you can hear me, please kindly type 2. Type 2. Let's indicate you're hearing me. Let's be sure of that part. So type 2 if you can hear me. Okay, I appreciate Mr. Joseph. That's good. That shows that YouTube is delivering very well. So please, without much delay, we want to commence this session right away into God's hand. We trust that the day will go well. So please, as we commence this very session, get your notepad ready and everything set. Without much delay, I want to invite Mr. Wisdom James to text the first part. Now, in this very part, we have a lot of things to enjoy. So please, I want to invite Mr. Wisdom James to anchor this first part. It's going to be in different sections. So Mr. Wisdom, you can take over from here.
I've saved his number on your phone. Go and open your WhatsApp and send hi. So I can send the link to you.
Mornings.
All right, beautiful. So
Please,
let's
let's all mute our mic so that we can hear ourselves, please.
ready and everything stays on. Without much delay, I want to invite Mr. Wisdom James to text the first part. Like it's very hard for things to
So I
enjoy.
think you mute these people's mic.
For this first part, it's going to be presentation. So Mr. Wisdom, you can take over from here.
Okay, sir. Please, the mic should be muted so I can hear myself, please. Am I being heard?
Cooking. He said he doesn't like cooking. He should stop cooking. That's how he stop cooking.
All right, mornings, everyone. Please, if you can hear me, confirm you can hear me. Just give me one in the chat room. If you can hear me, confirm you can hear me. Type one in the chat room. If you can hear me, type one in the chat room. If you can hear me, please type one in the chat room. We're already 9 minutes away from 1 o'clock, so we won't waste any time further, but we are going to start immediately. So I believe I am heard, people from YouTube and as well on the Zoom meeting. I believe you can hear me all. All right, so at this point, please, I believe we've prayed all. All right. Please, I would like the president of our eminent mentor. Please, can you pray to open the session for us? Thank you, sir. Please kindly pray to open the session for us, our eminent mentor. Hello, Mr. Bet. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Please kindly pray to open the session for us.
Okay, please let's stop touching the mic so we can have a smooth ride. Okay, let us pray. Our beloved Father, King of eternity, thank you so much for all the good things you've done for us. Thank you for the protection you've protected us. Thank you for the gift of life, and thank you for bringing all of us from different corners. It is a privilege privileged to assemble like this to be trained so we can learn a better way of running the business. We beg for your blessings to be with us. And our guest speakers is coming. We beg for a smooth network for different people from different corners of the earth as they're joining this meeting. Please help us to be able to learn very well so that we can have the best of the best. We trust in you and we ask you to open and bless these sessions for us in Jesus' name. Amen.
All right, amen, amen. Please, if you're in agreement with that prayer, we'd like you to type amen in the chat room. If you're in agreement with that prayer, please comment amen on the chat room. Okay, so quickly, I just have 10 minutes to do this, so I'm going to rush very fast. So on this first session, we are going to be talking about the team building. We're going to be talking about team building, and in a kind of business, you cannot really succeed in this business if you don't have a team. So you need a team of people you're working together with that will help you to excel and succeed in the business. So why do we need a team, and how you should grow your team? So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. And I would really appreciate if I have people who are following me via the chat room. So the point that are going to be raised, I would like it to be typed in the chat room. So I'll be really, really grateful if that is done. Thank you very much. So quickly, the first step that will lead you to building a very big and good team in your network marketing business is, number one, stop assuming that people will get serious in your business. Don't assume about people, right? So once you get someone join your business, some of us have the mentality that this personality that is joining is going to do the business, is going to take the business serious, is going to do whatever it takes to grow in the business. So it is advised that you don't have such an assumption, because you only need to train this person with your input and your encouragement to know if the person is going to do the business or not. So if you sit back to just assume that people will get into the business and start getting serious the way you are, you'll be frustrated, because not everybody coming to the business to do the business the way you are. Anyone that turns out to do the business is as a result of your training and your input. Now, the next point is be a team builder yourself. For you to be able to build a successful team in network marketing, you must be a team builder. That's to say, take charge of your business, lead from the front. All right. So don't always push your people to be doing the thing. You are not a boss here. Okay. You are here to build a team. That's to say, and you know what team entails. If you must build a team, you are seen as a leader. So as a leader, you must take charge of what is happening in your team. You must always lead from the front. You don't lead from behind. You don't push people to the front to do the activities while you are not doing it, right? So you must lead from the front. Instead of telling your team how to do it, rather show them how to do it. Show them how to make the calls, show them how to prospect, show them how, give them the importance of attending trainings and everything. Let them not come for training and they don't find it in the training hall. Let them not come for presentation and they don't find it in the presentation hall. All right. So as such, you are not going to be having a successful team. So for you to have a successful team, you must be a team builder yourself. You must take charge of your business, lead people from the front, show them what to do rather than telling them what to do. Now, the next point is be pulling instead of pushy, right? I needed somebody to be typing this point in the chat room so that some people can get it real good. So be pulling instead of pushing. Be pulley instead of pushy. That's to say, you need to motivate your team via the goals you have, or with the goals you have for the team, or the goals the team are working with, right? You need to motivate towards the goal. Don't push them to take the risks, or don't push them to take actions. Rather, give them reasons why they need to take this action. create an atmosphere where your team you want to work with you at all costs. Create an atmosphere where your team are relaxed whenever they're around you, and whenever you call them out for a meeting or for an activity they need to carry out, right? So you are expected to be pulling. Let your team be pulling towards you rather than you pushing to them, right? Rather than and why you should do what you said that lead you to their goals. That don't push them to the task. Rather, remind them of why they join the business. Remind them of their goals. Remind them of the potential that is in the business, and remind them of what they are going to achieve if they do what you are asking them to do, rather than you just pushing them. You know, there are some leaders in the team that whenever they have a task or they have any activity they want to do, probably want to carry their team member along, they just come up to you and tell you, okay, this is what we want to do, and they expect everybody to just jump and fall into that. If you do that, you are actually pushing your team away. All right, you must always let them know why they need to do what you're asking them to do. You must always tell the vision well to them and give them the reasons why they should do it. Now, the fourth point is create leaders, not followers. The fourth point is create leaders, not followers, right? So you must always delegate activities to your team members. Delegate activities to your team members. Ensure that they carry out these activities. When you are not around, allow them to do these things by themselves, right? You're not the only one to be presenting the business. You're not the only one to be taking the trainings. You're not the only one to be right? You're not the only one to be presenting the business. You're not the only one to be taking the training. I believe you can still hear me. If you can still hear me, please type one in the chat room, please. We're having some network. Can you hear me? Please type one in the chat room. If you're on Zoom,
Continue, we can hear you.
now the last one is what that you must delegate activities to your team members. We have a cell meeting in the team. Sometimes you allow them to take the cell meeting. Sometimes you allow them to present. Sometimes you push them towards this activity. Fine. You do not. They will not deliver very well at the first instance, but you give them the chance to try. Give them the chance to do it. Because the more they do it, the more they get better on it. And on the long run, they'll become professionals like you. And thereafter, you build a successful thing. The last point for you to build a successful, conduct as many meetings as possible. Conduct as many meetings as possible. Now, what does meeting does? It creates bond, confidence, it creates adventures together, right? A circle where you meet them at all time. They are always around you. You're always around them. It will create that bond with you and your team. It will create confidence for them to work together with you, and it also creates what adventures together with you, right? So those are the few points that will help you to build a successful team. If these are really put into play, it will help you build a beautiful team the next year in your network marketing business. I believe you've gotten value. So at this point, without taking much time, we're going to be having the next topic from one of our MCs in the house, all right, who's going to be taking the next 10 minutes in exposing some tips and possible tips to building a successful network marketing business. All right, so please help me make welcome MC Martha Steven. Let me make welcome MC Martha Stephen, please. You can use the chat room, the clapping emoji, and thereafter, please, MC Martha Stephen, you can unmute your mic. Your time is now, ma.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you all hear me now? I can hear you. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Please, if you are joining through YouTube, click on the live icon to be able to join us on real time. If not, you are going to be listening backward. So just click on the live button at the just take LIVE and click on it so you can join us straight. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Believing you can all hear me. Please confirm you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me see a message from you. Go to the chat box and type 1 if you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me confirm you can hear me. Okay, thank you. I can see you, Mr. Uche Nathaniel. I see Mr. Wisdom James. Okay, that means we can all hear ourselves. All right, once again, good afternoon, everyone. It's a great one to be gathered here together as one family, as one united team. So just as Mr. Wisdom Rabbit talked about, that one of the things that will help you build a strong and sustainable team is your ability to set goals. You see, one of my mentors in person of Abraham Lincoln once said that the best way to predict your future is to create it. This is December 2023. Most of us at the beginning of this year, we told ourselves, this year I'm going to make it, this year is my year of this, is the year of divine harvest, my year of financial transformation, and so on. And I'll begin to ask these people, what did you sow? Yeah, so it all starts now. And what we are doing today is actually in preparation for next year. So it all starts from the goals you are setting. Now, I've come to realize that out of the entire world's population, it is only 3% of the world's population that have clear and specific goals. And so this afternoon, just in few minutes, on the importance of setting goals. What are the benefits of setting goals come 2023, 2024 rather, those things you want to achieve from this business in 2024? What are the disadvantages of not setting goals? During the course of this, we're also going to see why a lot of people are not actually making it in this business as supposed. You see, there's one remarkable thing about successful people. Successful people do what unsuccessful people refuse to do. Note the word, not as if they cannot do it. We're talking about they purposely, they blatantly refuse to do it. So at this point, one of the things they refuse to do is that they refuse to set goals. Okay. Now, like I said, it is from my personal research, I've come to realize that it is only 3% that have clear and specific goals. And guess what? It is only these 3% of people that also do that earn or that accomplish 10 times or much better than others who do not have goals at all. It is these 3% of the world's population that also have 10 times the success in whatever they do, in terms of their earnings, their personal life, their personal development, and so on. They ensure they set goals in every aspect of their life. And that is why we are going to be dealing specifically in this business. What are those things you want to achieve from this business come 2024? Of course, it is said that advanced or a proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. So your next year begins today. Your next year begins at that point when you begin to sit down, set clear goals for this business, those things you want to achieve. There are 3 sets of persons in this. There's some person that after you register into the business, let's just see how it is. So I'm not how if you ask them now, how much do you want to make from this business from now till the next 6 months time? My dear, I don't know. Let's just see how it is. That's to say, they take life at they don't care about what happens. They're just like, let's see. So it is actually very, very important that we have clear and written goals, okay, in specific areas of our life. Then there's some set of persons too that when you talk about setting goals to them, they tell you that they have it. I have everything in my mind. I have it up there. Trust me, such goals are usually confusing, and at times, in fact, not that it's mostly not being accomplished. So what are we saying in essence this afternoon? You need to have a blueprint. Yes, you need to have a well-written, clear goals written for this business. Just like you want to make a construct a building, you can't successfully construct a building if you don't have a blueprint of that building. Even the best shooter, okay, who do not have a clear target, like when the target is unclear, even the best shooter cannot hit the bull's eye. So what are we saying? No matter who you are, no matter in fact how educated you are, if you don't have these things well written down, you can't. In fact, it's actually achieving them is actually going to be a mirage, if not impossible. There are also some people that tell themselves that life is just too unpredictable. So why set goals? Are you that type of person? Starting from today, after today's training, you have to abandon such mindsets that you don't have to set goals, you don't have to write them down. Okay. Now, when you know exactly where you want to go, how you want to get there, what specific action or action plan you need to take, trust me, you get there. Although definitely there will always be ups and downs, okay? But trust me, just because you have a clear and specific goals, it will actually help you accomplish it or achieve those things faster. So how much do you want to make in this business the next goals are actually divided into two. We have both long-term and short-term goal. In view of our time, goal setting is actually a very broad topic, so we don't want to dwell much on it. Okay. We want us to understand that goals are actually divided into two. We have the long-term goals. These long-term goals are basically your dreams. Okay, these are dreams for the rest of your life. The next 10, 20 years, 40 years from now, what are those things you want to achieve? Even the Holy Book says that without dreams and vision, people perish. So what happens, even in this business, if you don't have a clear and well-written goal, you are just going to be running the business haphazardly. And trust me, that you won't end well. So your next year, 2024, by the special grace of God, starts today. As you pen down your goals, those things you want to actually achieve in the business. Then we also have the short range or the short-term goals. Now, these goals are actually for the immediate future, according to one of my mentors, Jim Rohn. So these ones helps to give you that self-confidence. They are confidence builders. Yes, because when you have a well set up plan, okay, you know where you want to go. In fact, this alone will propel you to move further, to keep pushing in the business, because you have what? You have a plan, or you have things you want to achieve. And please, whenever you achieve this goal, remember to always do what? Celebrate yourself. Like I remember very well when I came into this business newly, I first of all find out what does it take to become an MC in this organization. And I was told it's just 4 million naira. Trust me, I started putting down my goals. I told myself, within so years, as I am into this business, I need to make so amount of money. And trust me, just because I set that goal, that is what helped me achieve. So what are we saying in essence? If you don't set goals in this business, note, these goals covers every other aspect of your life. But because of this training, we're actually dealing specifically about this business. If you don't set goals come 2024, this is what will happen. You're going to feel less confident in your ability to have success. Have you ever seen two persons coming into this business, before you notice in the next 6 months, 1 year time, the other one is doing fabulously well, the other one is like as if they are maltreating or something, or it's not working? The only distinction or the only difference between these two set of persons is the fact that the other one had clear written goals. Okay, so if you don't set goals for this business come 2024, you may have harder time overcoming challenges. A little challenge, like a little obstacle, will pull you down. The only people that are able to overcome obstacles, keep pushing in the business are people that do what? That have clear goals. So that is what will happen. The disadvantages of not setting goals. And moreover, too, it will also be very hard for you to measure your success, measure your progress, because already if you don't even have what you didn't even have anything in mind to achieve. You are just like, let me see you next year. Let's see how it will be. Oh. Please, if you are that kind of person, after this meeting today, bring out your book, put it down. Don't be like people that tell themselves, I have my goals up there, I'm going to achieve them. No, start today and pen down those goals. Okay. Now, one last point I want to emphasize on the disadvantage of not setting goals is that it's actually going to make you, in fact, you find it very difficult to stay accountable to yourself. Remember, you don't have anything you are looking up to, those things you want to achieve. You don't really have them. So at this point, you find it very difficult to stay accountable to yourself or even to others. But when you set goals, what are the benefits? At my last point, it will help you to stay focused on what you want to achieve. And like I said, when you set clear goals, no matter the obstacles, you keep pushing because already you have something in mind. You have those things in mind already you want to achieve. It will also help you to stay on track, okay, and be able to track your progress as well. It also keeps you motivated. It will also help you to stay accountable to yourself. It will help you to identify areas where you need to improve. So we are all encouraged this afternoon to start today. If you have not done so, don't wait until 31st night before you do is it crossover night before you think of what you want to achieve next year. It all starts today. After today, set clear goals rather. And this stuff, one thing we need to understand is that these goals have to be specific. Okay, they have to be measurable, they have to be realistic when you are setting them. So there are actually so much to talk about goal setting, but all we just need to know this afternoon is that goal setting will actually help us achieve so much in this business come 2024. If you don't set goal, mark my words, today happens to be 19th day of this month. If you don't have set clear goals, things you want to achieve in this business, I'm sorry to say you might eventually quit the business. You might not set till the end of next year, you might quit. That's because you don't have things you want to achieve. Can you set, let me give us some example. Like personally, I set this goal for myself. When Cell Meetings was initiated in this very team, that was about, I think more than 1 year now. I told myself that I will never miss Cell Meeting. It's just one of the simple goals you can set. Can you set a goal of not missing any of the Cell meetings? Okay. Can you set a goal of making sure that your team members attend trainings with you? Can you set a goal of recruiting a specific numbers of persons in the business? There are so many other ones. How about your long-term goals? Can you set a goals of where you want to visit, places you want to be? Okay, in the next 10 years from now, where do you want to be in this business? At this point, we're actually going to bring this to an end. I believe you have gotten value from it. We don't really have not much time, so we're going to end it here. And I would like to bring up another speaker, which is one of our very own MC. Okay, please join me as I make welcome MC Peter. If you can hear me, please go to the chat box, send in your reaction, type in your applause emoji. Okay, if you're happy to be on this call this afternoon, let's celebrate our MC Peter. If you can hear me, MC Peter, please, you can take over.
All right, thank you so very much. I'm Simata Steven. Thank you for having me. If you can hear me, please, can I get a 2 on the chat box? Please kindly insert 2. Let me be sure you can hear me. Let me see the 2 coming. Okay, that's fine. It's clear you can hear me. All right. If you were following up the first speaker, she talked about goal setting. Now, a situation where we as partners, we as distributors, we've set so many goals for ourselves from beginning of the year down to this point, and it seems as if things are not going well. It seems as if we are not achieving our goals. It seems as if we are not meeting up our expectation. What do we do? What do we do? This forms the basics of my discussion today. Burn your bridge. Burning your bridge. What does it mean to burn a bridge? There's a saying that if you're dismissed in a job or in a shopping mall or in your bus service, what you do, be very careful never to burn the bridge between you and the manager. God forbid, we are not job seekers. So therefore, this context doesn't apply to us. We are entrepreneurs. We are warriors. We are fighters. This brings us to the next illustration I'll be using. A certain general in command with his army invaded a particular country. When they entered the country that they were about attacking, he told all the soldiers by themselves, he told them, each one of you, burn your boats and burn the bridge. The soldiers were amazed, but they did it. Now, why did he ask them to burn the bridge? He told them, in this particular battle, it's either we win or we die. Guess what happened at the end? He told them, go for what you believe in, go for what you want. At the end of the fight, what happened? They won. Why did they win? Because the vision was clear. What they wanted was clear. So burning your bridge in our business, what does it mean? It means doing something that forces you to continue a particular course of action and never to make a turn or never to make a turn. Destroying any possible path that makes you go back. So when we've set so many goals for ourselves, we are doing so many things in the business and it seems we are not achieving the expected result. Burn your bridge. Decide never to go back. Decide that you must get to the peak. Decide that it must be what you want. That is what should happen. If you refuse to burn your bridge, it's like you having more than one plan. You have plan A, plan B. If you have your bridge still fixed up, you have a particular goal in my business. So time I want to do this, I want to achieve this, I want to buy this, I want to earn this amount of money. Okay, you want to earn 500,000 in 1 year, in 6 months, and you don't earn that in the business because you have your bridge fixed with your other job. You might say, this thing is not working. Oh, let me see if I can attach this other business and see if this one will work out, whether I can do this. Or you say, okay, let me go and see. I want to be prospecting these numbers of persons, but it's not working out. You say, this thing is not working. Because why? You have your bridge still fixed up to you. You said, okay, right now, I will try to make sure that every week I have one registration. But in that week, no registration. 2 weeks, no registration. 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, no registration. These things we are saying, we know what it means. We know how painful it can be. Most of us have been doing the business for more than 3 months, no registration. Some of us, 6 months, no registration. We are on this call, many of us. So if you have your bridge still fixed, you can choose to either go back to your formal job or go back to whatever you are doing. So just like the soldiers, what we are advised to do, let's burn our bridge. And trust me, it is in that particular action, it is in that particular decision, that is where the fortune might be. Because it's as if you're telling yourself that you're not sure in the business. You're telling yourself, let me just see whether this thing will work. Let me just try and see. Let me just do it for this so time and see if it will work. That is why you still have your bridge constructed, sustained, so that any escape, you just go back. So therefore, leaders and partners, this section, we are not going to talk so much, but if you have decided to quit your former job to do this business, please burn your bridge. Decide never to go back. If you know that you are depending on this business to sustain your family, you came from a very poor family, and you know for sure that this business has the capacity of helping you sustain your own family or even raise your own family, feed yourself, feed your families, feed your brothers and your sisters, your mom that are in the village. If you know that this business can do it, please, no matter the tough time you're facing, please burn your bridge. If you have not burned your bridge, if you have not decided, please Remove all the plan A's and B's. If you've given up your education for now, your school, you don't have anybody to sponsor you, or you had, but you quit it because of the business, please burn your bridge so you can get the required results. Remember, like the army general, you have to define exactly what you want. He told them it's either we win this battle or we die. Definitely, we are not going to die in our business. But we can say to ourselves, either we succeed or we succeed. There is no two ways about it. So you must come to a point in life where you just have to make that decision. You just have to define the lines. You just have to stand your ground. Imagine when I came in, we all know how the year started. From January, February, March, to the cashless and every other thing, to the election and every other thing. Before you know it, the challenges in the business came in, and that and that and that and that, up to this point. We made us start making decisions. Some of us went to Adamawa, some of us came down to Port Harcourt, went back to here, came up and down due to frustration and the rest of them. But at the end of the day, we are still in the business. We are all still here. Do you know why it's like that? Because many of us, you're seeing, we have burned our bridge. We don't have path to go back. We have destroyed any path that would have led us back. No going back. That is what it is. So if I, as your upline, can burn my bridge, I don't have a path to go back. You too can do the same. Trust me, boy, by the time you make it in the business, there will be a path. If you cannot construct a bridge, you pay for flights. Definitely you get to where you came from. So my encouragement for all of us right now is this: we have been doing well. In fact, I encourage all of you leaders and partners for being in the business up to this point, from the rough year, early 2023, up to this particular point. I congratulate all of you. I celebrate all of you. And my advice for you is, please keep it up, keep fighting like a soldier that we are, and trust me, you are going to achieve all of our dreams. Thank you very much. All right, back to you, Mr. Wisdom James.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Peter. That was quite impactful. Yes, you cannot sustain in the business if you are still having um, second thoughts or plan B. So you must burn your bridge. So at this point, we are going to be hearing from our eminent mentor. Yes, please. Let's make welcome our eminent mentor in the person of Mr. Ebert Itubudo as he takes over now, sir.
If you can hear me, please kindly type health is wealth. If you know you can hear me, go to the comment section and type health is wealth. That's all I want from you. Did you know that 90% of people spend their lifetime looking for money, but they end up finding the money, and at their old age, poor health does not allow them to enjoy the money that they have struggled all their lives for. This very afternoon, I want to share with you what has the capacity to keep you alive, keeps you longer, and enable you to enjoy the money. Now let's talk about one sickness called diabetes. Diabetes is very, very dangerous. You know why I said it's very, very dangerous? Because most of the symptoms or the causes of diabetes are genetic. I don't know if you're getting my point. Most of the causes of diabetes are genetic. So what am I trying to say? That if your parents has symptom of diabetes that have never been tested of diabetes before, the chances for you to have diabetes is very high. Now, this is as a result of the damaged DNA that you have, and the environmental factor also matters. It matters a lot. So I want you to have this understanding that it is not a matter of God forbid. If you do not take care of your health on time, it will definitely affect you. And one thing about human body is that whatever takes root inside will bear fruit outward. Now, there's this very diabetes, the type 1 diabetes, known as the
All right, we are just exercise patience. It's network. It's going to come back. Hello, can you see? If you can hear me, let me know you can hear me. Just type one in the chat when you can hear me. So while waiting for a minute mentor to come up, we can refer back to what we've learned so far from the three speakers. First, it was talked about how we can build a strong and a sustainable team in our network marketing business. And the next one is goal setting, why and the importance of setting goals in the business. And the last was burning your bridge by MC Peter rather. So to know how well and how far we've learned, so I would like to hear from at least one or two persons what you've learned from the last two training or last three trainings that we've taken from those three resource persons while we are still waiting for our eminent mentor to turn up. But so I always can talk to us. You've learned something from those two training, why you should burn your bridge, and why you should set goals, and why you need a strong and a sustainable team as far as the business is concerned. All right. So I want to hear from somebody, and if you don't mention talk, I'm going to call you. There's somebody I'm actually looking at. So if I call you, just kindly unmute your mic and talk to us briefly. Let's hear from Chibuike Boniface. Chibuike Boniface, are you on call? You also have. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. Right, morning.
We can't hear you, sir. All right, let's hear from eligible gifts. Yes. Before eligible comes up, I'm glad to announce to you that we already have our guests in the house.
Please, can you hear me now?
Can hear you. Go ahead.
All right, morning, champions. All right, talking about owning your bridge. It's actually a nice one. And at the course of this business, we know that each and every one of us as a partner, sure, we must undergo some stress and there must be challenges. But when once you burn your bridge, no matter what you encounter, nothing will stop you from making it in the business. That is on that part. That is to say that you need to be what? Focused. And we talked about setting of goals. Before now, I was setting a goal this morning against 2024. There are so many things that came into my mind. And when Miss Mata came up, I was like, wow, that means I was doing the right thing. Please, am I being heard?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. So setting of goal can help you to achieve your dreams faster. And just like what she said, that there are so many things that successful people do, which unsuccessful people don't do. And one of it is to set goals. When you set goals, it will help you to know that this is what you actually want to achieve this particular period. We have short-term goal and long-term goal. But it is very nice for you to do what? To set goals. Maybe like you have long-term goal, which might be a goal of 2 years, 3 years, 10 years. But when we are setting goal, we must be more specific. That this particular thing, this is the time that we need to that I need to achieve this, and that will help you to know that truly this is one thing that you want to achieve this particular period. It will help you to excel in the business. So that is what I will say concerning setting of goal.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chibike. That was powerful. That shows that we have someone somewhere following the session. All right, eligible gift. Your mic has been on. I believe you have something to say. So quickly, but before eligible gift comes up, please be aware that our guest is already on call. So stay tuned. All right, let's hear from you, Miss Eligible. All right. I think eligible is not set. Okay, I have another person here I want to hear from. Miracle Chubweze. Are you there? Let me know you are following. Miracle Chubweze. Kindly unmute your mic and talk to us quickly. All right. We also have this personality with the name The Visionaries. Are you the guest we've been expecting? Or we should expect another? All right. So, Miracle, are you there? All right. We still have some of our partners joining from the YouTube channel. We have some of our partners in different offices and center. All right. So we have large numbers of audience on this call this afternoon. So without taking much time, I think at this point, I will grasp the privilege to bring up our guest speaker for today. who is going to drive us to the end of this session today. And we are so privileged to have this personality in our midst. We are so honored. We are so I lack the vocabularies to describe how grateful we are to be able to host this personality to take us on this immense training today. All right. So it's going to be a powerful session. The person I'm talking somebody that's are we still together? All right. This is somebody that in his 1 year in the business was able to grasp over 50 million Uganda cedis. He is somebody that in 6 years doing the business has accumulated lots of achievements and cars, plus a lot of real estate investment and lots of we cannot fathom the achievement this man has accumulated doing this business in the past 8 years now. So please, if you are not too busy, help me make welcome all the way from Uganda, the top 5 earner global, a Hall of Famer, a Millionaire Cycle member, a Ruby Global Ambassador. Please make welcome. I've not seen the excitement, so I had to pause. I've not seen that excitement, I have to pause. I'm not seeing the excitement.
Wow.
All right. That excitement was not enough. I'm talking about someone that is earning 40% of everything happening in his organization. This is a Ruby Global Ambassador. I'm not seeing that excitement. Please, if you're in the centers, let me see the clap, the applaud. If you're on call, let me see the applaud. I'm going to the YouTube now. I'm going to the YouTube. All right. So while the applause are still coming up, I will not mention this person's name because I don't think I have the rank to do that. All right. So please, I will make welcome our eminent mentor who will introduce our guest officially to take up the session. Please, eminent mentor, please, you can take up to invite our guest officially. Thank you.
All right, thank you very kindly. Thank you, everyone. I'm super excited to have our guest on call, and we are so much delighted this very afternoon, all the way from Nigeria here to have you in our midst. We are so much grateful. Now, the point is, we may not really know this person I'm talking about because my thing is an ordinary person. Yes, trust me, this is a man that have break the limits in the history of M Global. But for the time being, there have never been a time that an Africa is among the top 20 in the world. But 2018, this story was shut down. 2019, 2020, now we have in our midst a very energetic person, a super mentor. I am talking about the visionary leader of the visionary team. And this is a Ruby Global Ambassador, the only and the first Ruby Global Ambassador in Africa. If you know you want to be in this position, you know you like to be, you want to learn from this man today, I want you to start applauding wherever you are, whether you're in the office, you're using a YouTube, please applaud better, do it better, give it better as I made welcome as visionary president, visionary leader, Ambassador Elias Muhoozi. He is an all of them. Let's clap better as I invite Ambassador Elias Muhoozi on call. Thank you very kindly. We are super excited to have you guys.
All right. Okay. So our guest is back on call. So please, with that same energy and that same excitement, please let's make welcome our guest all the way from Uganda, Ambassador Elias Muhoozi. So please, your time is up now. You can take off. Thank you. Please let's keep the excitement on until our guest takes over.
Yes, thank you, my very, very good friend, Mr. Wisdom, for inviting me for today's leadership meeting that we have named the Egress. What a very beautiful theme that you have. I'm really delighted to speak to the team, Pinnacle Echelon, and Wisdom told me that you are such a great team. And from the sharings I've just had, indeed, you are a great team. So I'm really so excited to connect with you. I'm really so excited to talk to you. I am just looking for where I can park my car, then we can begin the training. Just 1 minute. I'll begin by sharing my story, and then I take you through a brief training, which we shall have together. Okay, so good morning, dear champions. I hope that you can see me. I've been having a very, very busy day, so I'll do the meeting right from my car, and we shall really, really have a great meeting. I hope that the moderator for today has allowed me to share they have allowed me to share my story, to share my screen so that I can share my story. So if the host can allow me, I will be very happy to share my PowerPoint story. Okay, I still request the host to kindly allow me share my screen. This is okay, I didn't get you. Please allow me share my screen so that we can proceed with our meeting, kindly.
Sir, you're the host. You can go ahead, sir.
Oh, yes, right now I can share. I appreciate you. Thank you. So, the dear champions, I once again appreciate Mr. Wisdom and the whole of the team, Pinnacle Echelon, for allowing me to speak to you today. I will share with you my 9 years of resilience with our company, Empowered Consumerism. It's been a great 9 years, but and I've really achieved a lot, but it never started like that. Actually, I never really thought that God will bless me to this level where I now am able to speak to you today. This was me joining the business in 2015. I had just graduated from the university, and I was looking for jobs. And so I'd spent 3 years after university without looking for a job, and life was really, really very, very, very hard. I remember by the time I joined, I was behind with my rent, I was behind with my bills, I was behind everywhere. So I decided to look for things to do. But for you to start any business, you need capital. I was very stressed. My family was also equally very stressed, and life was very hard. And then, but I always have a saying that goes that start where you are, use what you can, do what you have. Rather, start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. That the power to change our life lies in our hands. God has blessed us with, amidst our circumstances, God has blessed us with an opportunity to start from scratch, to start from wherever we are, with what we have in our communities, for us to become something. So I began by talking to friends of mine about the opportunity. And of course, many of them refused to join because they were judging me by how I was looking like, by my own pocket, yet they were supposed to judge the opportunity, not the person. But those who were lucky were able to join me, and this is the team that joined me that has become what you hear as the Mighty Visionaries team. I always say that many of life's failures are people who didn't realize how close they were to success when they gave up. That I want to believe that I was supposed to give up. I was supposed to be a nobody. I was supposed to say maybe the government has failed me, jobs have failed me, all business have failed, but I thank God I didn't quit. And I want to encourage all of us from not quitting. Today, as I speak, the team kept on growing. And from a team of 4 people that you saw, within a period of maybe about 6 months, we had grown to that big, to that level of a team. Maybe there were others who didn't attend the meeting that day, but who were there. And then later on, I was starting to do presentations across the country. And then before we knew it, the business kept on growing through persistence. And I love this thing called persistence. That persistence is not a long race. There are many short races, one after another. That during the time when you are going to be claiming your share of the promise that Dr. Eduardo Cabaton gives us through his company, is that it's not going to be a marathon. It's going to be situations whereby sometimes things don't work out, and you're going to have to break the long race into the short races. Fail some, win some, fail some, win some. But what is most important is that you'll be able to reach your destination. And then from there, the company was able to award me after 1 year to become what they call a Millionaire Circle member. From there, I was able to buy my first car in March 2016. I was 1 year and 3 months. And thankfully, after 3 years, I was now driving a very, very big machine, which was a Land Cruiser. I kept on working, and today I'm also driving another one, which is a BMW. And recently, I was able to buy another one together with my wife. This one is a Mercedes-Benz. And my wife, she requested that I buy her another one because she needed a high-raised car that she can always be taking when she's gone up country. And we recently bought another one. So we have now 2 Land Cruisers at home. God has blessed me with a lot of travel. And I'm sure that many other leaders talked about travel. But really, travel is one of the opportunities that through this company we're able to have. After 4 years, I got married in a flash wedding, our dream wedding, and then later on I was able to got married, and my wife worked together. We have been blessed with a very beautiful home in one of the upscale neighborhoods in Uganda. As a matter of fact, I live next to the vice president, next to the speaker of parliament, and next to so many ministers. And sometimes I ask myself, if it was not for network marketing, what would I be doing sleeping side by side with important people in my country? We've also made investments. This is one of the investments. These are apartments that we have been able to build through this company here. We also have been able to do villas. These are 5 houses we are building. They are villas. The project is ongoing. This is villa number 1. This is villa number 2, villa number 3, villa number 4, villa number 5. And that's the entire project, cutters of this company here. We've also built a market to help a community, but we also earn some money from it. This is a market that over 100 shops, 100 stores. We're able to help a community of women and young men to establish themselves through that market there. We have also running another guest house. This is one of our small hotels we are running. And then hopefully next year, 2024, we are starting on a new project, which is going to be a new hotel called Rubicon Hotel from this opportunity here. But as you can see, this is how I began, struggling. And but I want to say that inside that struggling person, there was someone who's going to be the top distributor of this company in Africa. I was able to be recognized as number 5 top distributor worldwide. I became the first Ruby Global Ambassador and a Hall of Famer in my country and a billionaire circle member at that time. I've also written a very beautiful book called The Master Key to Network Marketing Success. I know that some of you have already read this book here. And I want to say that, my friends, the sky is just the limit. I want to end my sharing of this part with a quote from Nelson Mandela that says, "Don't judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and I was able to rise up again." So, my dear champions, in a few words, that is my story of what this company has done for me. I told Wisdom that when I'm sharing online, I like to be very brief, but I will now go straight to the training which I have for you today, which will also be very, very brief, but I hope it will be very impactful. So I hope I'll just share my screen once again. So, dear champions, can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, please comment so that I know that are you seeing the world's dream again? Are you seeing them? The new PowerPoint? Perfect. Thank you, Wisdom. Okay. And thank you, dear leaders, for responding, Emma and William. Thank you. So now, and let me talk about dreaming again. My dear champions, it's time for us to dream again. It's time for us to rethink our goals, to rethink our dreams, to think about new and better ways we can be innovative to grow our business, and it grows us again. The first thing I want you to do is to make a decision. You see, they say that dreams are free. Now, I want you to make a decision to dream very big. I dreamt several years ago that I wanted to have the biggest team in Africa. And at the time I said it, I was not yet even a silver executive. But inside my heart, inside my head, I knew that I wanted to have the biggest team in Africa. So what's that big dream that you have? Decide to develop a very big team. I don't want you to be satisfied by just people in your community, by just a team in Nigeria, by just a team, whatever it is. No, I want you to be satisfied with having a huge team, a team that has a name across the whole of Africa and maybe probably across the whole world. I want you to make a decision to become a top earner, not to just pay bills, but I want you to make a decision to join the ranks of the top earners in your country. Not just to join the top 20, but really to become that number one. I want you to decide to give it your best shot. I want you to decide to soar with the eagles, to stay with the ministers, to stay with giants in your country, to become one of the rich people. And you see people like Dangote, and you say, yes, I can become. And from that point on, I want you to decide to take massive action. That when you invite 10 people, you don't be satisfied. You say, I am just beginning. I want you to outwork yourself. I want you to tell yourself that let me work so hard until my muscles ask for forgiveness. And I'm telling you, I want you to work very hard and you feel that you're working as hard as the most successful business titans of this world. Then from there, we are in network marketing. Real success comes when you prospect aggressively. 2024 is coming. Let us make a new name list. And first of all, begin with your own market and the people that you probably have not told about the business, and they are there. When you look through your phone, they are there. Now, expand your name list every day and give yourself a target of how many people you should talk to every day, and don't go to sleep until you have talked to those people. Prospect high quality people. Make that decision to prospect high quality people. In my book, The Master Key, I talk about prospecting right, because the type of the team that you have depends on the people attached to your circle, to your first circle. That circle that we write, where we write you, that is your circle. Because if they are attached students, you have a team of students. Nothing wrong with that. If they are attached farmers, it's going to have a team of farmers. If they are attached CEOs, you're going to have a team of CEOs. Basically, the people that you sponsor are the kind of team that they give you. Prospect everywhere you go, both online and offline. And most importantly, prospect all the time and prospect everyone, beginning with high quality people. For you to become successful in network marketing, don't forget that the main activity is prospecting, because it's the people that you prospect that make the team, that make you to become successful. Number 3 is to set appointments. After you've prospected, get time to specifically set appointments and follow that routine. When I was joining in 2015, I would sit for about 1 hour or 2 hours in the morning and 1 hour or 2 hours in the evening, just to set appointments for the following day, so that I don't come to town, I don't come to the training center, I don't come to the company office when I don't have people that have come to meet. Why is it that some networkers, they come to the training centers, they come to the company office, and they have no prospect, they have no guest, they have no customer? It is because they came to town without an appointment with anyone, and that is wrong. So you must make appointments to meet the people whom you will come to see tomorrow. You cannot fail to set appointments and you hope that accidentally people will come to you. It doesn't work like that. Have a target number of phone calls you make per day and practice calling people directly, not through messages. Messages, you send messages to so many people, but when you receive a phone call, it is always much better. Are we together? Number 4, improve your presentation skills, because at the end of the day, we must present. A presentation is the same, so you must be convincing. Have the tools. I don't know the tools that Pinnacle Echelon has when it comes to presentation, but I know the company provides a presentation guide. It provides a PowerPoint. their testimonies, their stories. Please have them in one folder and make sure that you are really ready, to prospect. Share experiences, not just facts. Share stories. Sound sincere and sell yourself to a prospect, and keep it as short as possible. Practice makes perfect. So do as many presentations as possible. My dear champions, let me not tell you that you're going to achieve big dreams if you cannot do as many presentations as possible. Now, there are 4 parts of a presentation. And the main selling points of every presentation is that you must convincingly talk about the company profile. You must convincingly talk about the products. You must convincingly talk about our compensation plan and why it's the best compensation plan. You must convincingly share stories that close, whether your personal story or a story of your team, whether video or pictures, but you must have earnings and the PowerPoints of some of the team members in your team bedded into your words so that it is such a powerful close. Those are the 4 parts of the presentation that you must nail to the very point. Number 5 is have a good attitude as you present, as you prospect, as you talk to customers, as you talk to your downlines. Have a good attitude to the company. Feel that aim global, even when things are not perfect. Yes, we can be perfect. Yes, we are a company that has made millionaires. If they have made millionaires, why not you? Have a good attitude to our company. And the best measure of a good attitude is when you use the products yourself. Good attitude towards your team. Sometimes you find uplines saying, my team, they are lazy. If they are lazy, then they are not going to take you anywhere. Believe in them. To your leaders, to your uplines, have a good attitude towards yourself and tell yourself that sometimes results take long. For me, it took me 1 month and a half to get my first person. It took me 5 months for me to even get one person. But have a good attitude. Have a positive attitude towards the process, towards your dreams. It is very important. The process is this, that know that even when results are not happening, as long as you're going through trainings, as long as you're calling someone, there's someone who is going to see it, and maybe one day they're going to join you. That is the process. And my dear friends, with those 5 tips, I want to end by sharing with you a quote from a person called Erika Haugilit, who says, dream again. To dream again is to live again. My dear friends, as we end this year, 2023, and as we begin the year 2024, I wish you to dream again. I wish you to dream big. I wish you to achieve all kind of success. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Esho Health. Thank you so much, the first Ruby Global Ambassador. Thank you so much, sir. We really appreciate the training, and we promise to dream again. We all promise to dream again, and we are going to do just that. We're going to dream again come 2024. All of us have heard. We have to go back and get our dream board, set it, go to work, dream and dream and dream, and see that we deliver our best come 2024. So if you have gotten value, if you're on this call and you're excited, go to the chat bar and give us the excitement emoji. Whichever center you are, please, can you applaud Ambassador for coming on call? Can you applaud louder? Can you applaud louder? Yes, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. All the center that you are, please, can you applaud better? We appreciate you so much. Yes, we have learned a whole lot. We have learned a whole lot. I know that there's no time for us to reflect on that to put it to practice. 2024 is coming to an end. Sorry, 2023 is coming to an end. So about to enter 2024. All we have to do is to do our possible best to see that we implement what we learn. Implement what we learn and see that we have results from it. Because all the results we are looking for is available. The only thing is for us to do it. Yes, it's for us to do it. So all of us from different centers, we are meeting this afternoon. We have learned a whole lot. So let's go and implement it. Before we run it off, please let's know that it is only employees that close. CEO don't close. Let me repeat this for clarity's sake. CEOs don't close. It's only employees that close. And in this business, we are all independent CEOs. We only meet in a chapter, in a center to have CEOs meeting. The meeting we're having today is CEOs meeting. It is only your employees that can close in business, not you as a CEO. Yeah, you are free to travel. You can travel to anywhere. CEOs go on vacation. You can travel and go and see your parents. You can travel to any part of the world. You're free to do that. But you don't close your business. If you close your business, who will pick it up for you? You don't close your business. So this year, 2023, is coming to an end. Today is 19. The remaining days of the year, you can still do enough. You can make serious money from this business wherever you go, wherever you're traveling to. Please travel with your business. Go anywhere you're going with your business. Keep doing your business and do it very well. Do not be like those people that because it's December, they shut down their business, they don't do their business again. No, you don't do like that. Go all out and do your business. We appreciate all of you from different center. Appreciate Mr. Wisdom Gems, MC Martha Stephen, and MC Peter. All of you have done fabulously well. And for the health training you wanted to take, kindly subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that, so you can have the video there. The video will drop very soon there. You can actually go and watch the video there. The name of the channel, I believe you know that already. Just go and search Eminent Health and Wealth. Subscribe to the channel, you get the video of that health I wanted to take, and you get it there. Thank you very kindly. I appreciate all of you, and I wish you people a wonderful week and a wonderful end of the year. Please stay safe. Do not get into trouble, because what is waiting for us in this life is more. Yes, it's more. So it's high time for us to take of ourselves and enjoy our life. Thank you very kindly. At this point, I want it over back to Mr. Wisdom Gems.
Thank you very much, eminent mentor. Thank you, Ambassador Elias Muhoozi. Okay, we've begged for 3 slots for questions. In case, and these questions, we are going to be taking it from different centers, not from individual. So to the centers we have, HOS is still on call to take at least 3 questions, just 3 questions. So we are going to have one from Port Harcourt, one from Abulado, and one from Badagry. So we're going to make it very fast before we run up the session. So if you have a question, let me know the center you are asking from. If it's not from the centers I've just mentioned, we won't give you the room because we don't have all the time. While our HOF is still on call to attend to your question. So please, who am I seeing there? If you have a question, just use the raise hand feature so we can call you up. Okay, Martha Stephen, I think you are from Badagry. So you can unmute your mic. Let's hear your question while our HOF will address it quickly. So please, you can still make the HOF the host so that in case. Martha Stephen, can go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good mornings, leaders and partners. Mornings, Ambassador. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate you for making our time to train us. It's actually indeed a great privilege to have you this afternoon. Trust me, we've actually gotten value from your session this afternoon. Personally, I'm so blessed to be part of this call today. Thank you very much, sir. So my question is quite simple, and it's also very direct. So I would like to know first, how long have you been into the business? And if you were to start this business afresh, or if you were to start this business today, what would you do? Or what would you have done, sir? Like, how long have you been into the business? And if you're starting this business today, what would be, or what would you do? What would be your plans on ground? What are those things you do so as to succeed in the business, judging from your experience so far and your achievement in the business? Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Martha. I don't know if I should answer the question direct or if I should wait for all of them, but I can answer you directly. One, I've been in the business now for 9 years, and I'm still counting. Yes, if I'm to start all over again, what would I do? I think I would, to begin with, I would take the business very, very seriously early enough, because like I told you, it took me 1 month and a half to get my very first person. It took me 5 months for me to really pick up. My first 5 months, I only made about $100. So you can imagine. So one of the mistakes I made, I was not speaking to the right people. I was speaking to the people who were in my same financial condition. I was speaking to people whom it was convenient for me to talk to them. I was avoiding other people saying they will judge me. Let me first make money. I don't deserve them. That kind of thing. And incidentally, and the people were not like joining. Things were not working out. So that is when I decided to be a little bit more serious and take my business to another level and speak to people without fear or favor. As long as they answer me, whether they tell me yes or no, I don't care, but I'll speak to them. And I also started dressing smartly, professionally, so that I can be able to appeal to them. That's the other thing I did, and which I would do much, much earlier. Then I didn't read, was not a good student of network marketing. So it took me long to learn the skills. I learned them slowly. But now I would read as many books as possible, because every problem that you face right now, there's another networker who has faced it, and some of them are kind to us, that they have shared it online through blogs. They have shared it online through books or physically. They have shared it through YouTube. Basically, any problem that you have right now, let me imagine you say, I'm not good at prospecting, and you Google articles that talk about prospecting network marketing. You find so many of them, and those are where your answers are. So I want to say that I would look for answers, I would look for wisdom early enough. And most importantly, I would believe in the company early enough and in myself early enough. Thank you so much, Martha. I hope I answered you.
All right, thank you so much, HOF. That was smart. I believe somebody's learning something. And I grabbed a point, which is dress well to please the people you are approaching, and as well, read as many books as important in the area you are finding difficulties with. Okay, let me take two more slots. So someone from Port Harcourt who is talking to us from Port Harcourt. We have two more slots. We can't take everybody. Two more slots. This person with the name The Visionaries, where are you from? Okay, let's hear from MC Peter. At least I know you are from Port Harcourt. So unmute your mic quickly. Let's have your question, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Good morning, leaders and partners. And good mornings to you, HOF. Thank you so very much. It's a real privilege. In fact, this is something we have been dreaming, we have been hoping, we have been wishing. On Facebook, most of my team members use your picture on their WhatsApp status, on their phone profile pictures. Even right now, most of them are answering The Visionaries. So it's really a pleasure to hear you speak. Most of the videos we watch, the voice and everything is just the same. So we are really glad to be there. Thank you for creating time from your busy schedule to be with us. And I would love to ask, sir, please, I want to find out from you directly, because definitely the height you are in the business is not by your strength alone. I want to find out, what did you really do to sustain your leaders? Why am I saying this? I've made money personally on my own. I've made so much money, but my leaders have not earned half or even quarter of what I've earned, and it's somehow affecting. So, what did you really do to sustain your leaders in the business?
Okay. Thank you very much, Peter. That is a leadership question that you have asked. And in scenarios where you find that you've made money and not many people have made money in the business, that's a leadership challenge. And many times it means that such a team, you need to improve, you need to work more with the system. You see, what happens is that I'm sure all of you have experienced is that many people in our business are not going to be working very hard. Like they are very few people who work very hard. Many people want for you to put for them a system in place. So what I did, I designed the visualized training system, which included trainings that were available, and with convenience. There's something which we do called script training. We also have what they call a training cycle, whereby whatever is going to be trained, we have already predetermined it. We have a series of PowerPoint trainings. We also have recognition and all that. But it's how, first of all, understanding that you running your team business on culture, because time reaches and you, like you have rightly said, that you can no longer even know the people in your team. You can no longer know who joined or didn't join. You can no longer have control about everything. And the only way, because the team has grown, the team has become big, and you are a bit overwhelmed with supporting them. So what happens is that now making sure that the system is working becomes the next phase for you as a leader at your level. So I cannot answer that question in one talk or in one answer like this, but allow me tell you to research a little bit more. Even online you can get how to develop a good system for my network marketing team. You can also look for the book Money Making Machine by Randy Gage. He talks very well about building systems in network marketing. Why am I telling you like that? Look at companies or businesses that have created big waves. Maybe a bank like EcoBank, which has so many branches. They're able to do that because they are running a system. You understand? Every branch seemingly is doing the same thing, whether it's in Uganda, whether it is in Nigeria, in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, or maybe it is in Abuja. It's the same thing. Look at a company like KFC. I don't know if there's KFC in your country, but I suspect it is there. Why is it able to scale? It's because they are seemingly running the same thing. So my team in Kenya, and my team in Uganda, and my team in Rwanda, and my team in Tanzania, they are following the same system. So in that way, I'm able to develop a lot of leaders. I hope I was able to answer the questions. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
thank you
you
very
so
much.
very much. Thank you very much. Thank you
HF,
very much, sir.
we'll still learn more.
Definitely
Please.
one day my greatest achievement will be seeing you one-on-one, and it will be one of my dream come true. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. I look forward.
All right, of
Let
course.
us have the last question, please.
The dream will come true. Please note the book he recommended, Money Making Machine by Randy, whatever. All right. The last question
The last question from Abulado, from Abulado Center. Please, the last question quickly. Who is asking from Abulado Center, or do we give the question to someone else? Okay. All right, let's hear from the visionaries. All right, so unmute your mic and let us know where you're talking from and your question quickly.
Morning, sir. I really do appreciate for this great privilege being given to me to speak. Actually, I'm Anthony by
Please,
name.
the
I'm
visionaries,
calling
change your
from
location. Your network is not
Carbon
clear.
State.
It can't hear
My
you clearly.
branch, to be precise. Actually, my Congo suits. I want to ask, sir. Are you hearing me now? Mornings. Are you hearing me now?
Go ahead.
Good mornings. Good mornings. Are you hearing me now?
Ahead, please.
All right. My question goes to what is the most and easiest duplicable system? That duplicable system structure to duplicate or mix of that's your organization. Are you hearing me, sir?
Yes, I'm getting you. What's the most duplicable system?
Mornings.
Your question is what is the most duplicable system, right?
Good morning, sir.
Okay. Now, there is no system that is duplicable or that is not duplicable.
The most easiest and duplicable system to duplicate your team members.
Yes, I've heard you. My answer is that the system that you develop for your members, depending on the market that you have, the team that you have. If I have a team for students, I'm going to create a system that is biased towards them. If I make a system, if I have maybe more of the part-timers, I'm going to create a system for them. If I have people who are upcountry, whom I train on outreaches, I'm going to create a system for them. A system is really about creating what is convenient for your people. It's not about what is convenient for the leader. It's about what is convenient for your people, what can help them get results, what are their questions, because a system is answering your team's questions. So what are the questions? What are the challenges they're having? Are they having a problem with presentations? Now, you, the team leader, create a system that can help them. If you say that my people are not coming for training, and create a system that's convenient for them. For example, what you as the team leaders of Echelon have done is maybe from what I'm hearing, you have many centers from different places. So part of your system is to say, we shall be having online presentations that talk about subject A, subject B, this frequency, and then uphold that kind of thing. So a system is not tangible, but a system is really about answering the questions of your team and the challenges for them to be able to grow. Dear leaders, I want to thank you so much again for inviting me. Allow me close from here. And I hope that probably one day we shall be able to share again. Otherwise, thank you so much. May God bless all of you.
Thank you so much, HOF. We're looking forward to have you again in a better and a suitable situation so we can have a better talk with you. Thank you so much. We've learned so much from you, and we promise to put it to practice. And the next time we'll call you up, you will amount to much success at your input, sir. We are very much grateful. Thank you very much. And I also thank to the leadership of the Pinnacle Echelon for the privilege to make this a success. All right. So quickly, before we call the call off, I don't know if I can make the host so I can share the screen. We have a big good news. And I am not going to announce this, but I'm just going to put this up. All right. I'm just going to put this up for our eminent mentor to probably talk about this briefly. All right. Our eminent mentor, please, if you have it, you can project it if possible, or I'll be made the host. So this is the last information we need to have before we call it a day. All right. So let me share the screen so that all right. Can you still hear me? Can you see my screen?
We can hear you now. Continue.
All right, great. Can you see my screen?
Your screen is not showing yet.
Okay. I'm bringing that up quickly. All right. So what is, while I'm still trying to put up the screen, so what is coming up on the screen is the next project the Pinnacle Echelon is actually working on, and we hope to actualize that this coming year, 2024. It is called the Unleashed 2024. It's going to be our annual program. Yes, going to be our annual program, and it's coming up on the 24th of on the 22nd of January 2024. So I don't know why my screen is not showing. I don't know why the picture is not coming, but I'm going to share it in the group. So what's going to happen is that put yourself together. We are going to be having a retreat, a 1-week retreat called Unleashed with the theme Duplication. All right. It's hosted by the Pinnacle Echelon and it's coming up January 2024. I was expecting excitement in the house. You hearing this, I was expecting so much excitement. Yes, because it's going to be massive. Okay, we are going to be having the likes of HOF, Nnamdi Anyachukwu. We are going to be having some other of our senior partners. Most probably, we are going to be having Elias Muhoozi again in that retreat. It's a 1-week retreat starting on the 22nd of January down to 27th of January. And on the 27th, we are going to be having Pinnacle Echelon launching. All right. So it's going to be happening in the city of Badagry. So we are expecting all the partners in different centers to come down to Badagry. So it's going to be explosive, it's going to be massive. But let me bust your bubble. It is not open for everyone. Yes, it is not open for everyone. It is strictly for active partners alone. Active partners alone. So if you are an active partner, you are qualified to attend and participate in the retreat. So if you are not yet an active partner, you have from now to 20th of January to become an active partner. So get back to your senior partner and ask, what for me to become an active partner so I will be a part of this retreat? You cannot miss it for anything. Trust me, you cannot afford the missing because it's going to be exclusive. They're going to be having all our partners from different centers in one location. They're going to be having our top and senior partners all around to train us and then support us. And we are going to be having lots of recognitions and awards. It is one event that you cannot afford the missing, but you must become an active partner first before you can participate in that forthcoming retreat. So right about now, we want to say a big thank you to you all for making our time to be a part of this session this afternoon. So I believe the leaders in this center should take up from here to address them and re-announce and talk about the retreat, and we draw this to a close. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Congratulations.